Contemporary Christian artist Leanna Crawford is coming to the Watch Year Opera House in Watch Year, Iowa, Saturday, June 29th at 7 p.m. Doors open up at 6 p.m. Advance tickets are $15 plus tax, $20 at the door.
Hey, it's Leanna Crawford, and I am so cheery to be coming to Watch Year, Iowa. It's going to be such a sweet night of music and praising Jesus together, and I cannot wait to see you there.
All proceeds to support the Tri-County Food Pantry, brought to you by the Watch Year Methodist Church. Ticket information can be found on the Watch Year Methodist Church Facebook page. The Keokuk County Expo Fair Kickoff Barbecue Cook-Off is Saturday, July 13th. $100 per team, up to 4. Deadline to sign up is Friday, June 28th. Cash payout is $350 to first place per category. Meal for the public starts at 5:30 with a free will offering. Be sure to sign up by the entry deadline, June 28th. Stop at the Keokuk County Extension Office to pick up a packet. Proceeds to support the Keokuk County Expo. Sponsored by Keokuk County Farm Bureau. The 4th annual Travis Greiner Memorial Tractor Ride is Saturday, June 29th. Sign up begins at 6:30 a.m. behind Greiner Crop Service, east of Keota Water Tower. Free will donation. Includes lunch and snacks along the ride. Proceeds to Area 4-H and FFA fairs. The ride leaves Keota at 7:45 and will be a 60-mile round trip. Sponsored by Southeast Iowa Tractor Association, Incorporated. It's the 4th annual Travis Greiner Memorial Tractor Ride, Saturday, June 29th. And if you don't have a tractor, come and watch along the route.
Hey everyone, Coach Iva back again with the Brain Rewired, and tonight I want to talk to you about the importance of having a clear why. Really, that why is that motivation that will keep you going on those days where you don't feel like showing up. Hey, let's face it, we all have those moments where we'd rather not show up. And so if you don't have a clear why in place, it's going to be much more challenging for you to push through on those days where you don't feel like it. And that why is really your significance, the significance behind the actions that you take every day. And I don't know where you're at today. Maybe you are struggling with making progress on your goals. Maybe you feel like you have kind of hit a plateau. You are struggling to have that momentum to keep going. If you've never gotten super clear on your why, then I want to encourage you to keep listening. I'm going to give you a few tips at the end here on how you can unpack what is your clear why. And first of all, it's important, of course, to have, you know your purpose. Why was I placed here on this earth? What's that purpose I was placed here for? And then my mission. What's the mission? How do I walk that out? What does that look like? And then your clear why. That why do I show up every day and do what I do? Knowing that is very, very important. So the one thing to note is that your why is always going to be bigger than yourself. It's not just about you. It's always going to be about something bigger. And so let's even take, for example, if your goal is to get healthier, maybe you are making some changes in your diet, your lifestyle, you want to exercise, eat healthier, whatever it might be. Yes, you're going to see a benefit in your own life, for sure. You're going to feel better, you'll probably sleep better, all the things. But if you have children, they're going to see you make these changes and you're making an impact on your children. You're showing them a better way, that it's important to stay healthy. Maybe you have grandchildren and you're like, you know what, I want to get healthier. You're showing your grandchildren that you want to be active in your older age so that you can engage with them in activities, that you're not just sitting on the sidelines. Again, it's about more than yourself. You're leaving an impact on your children and your grandchildren. You're making a difference in their lives. So on those days where you feel like you get up in the morning and you know what, I don't want to go exercise this morning. We all have those days. And that why, that deeper why, that thing that's bigger than yourself, is going to keep you motivated when you don't feel like showing up. Another really cool benefit about knowing your why, being clear on what it is, why you're doing what you're doing, is to avoid shiny object syndrome and comparison. And you know, by nature, I think we as humans, it's really easy for us to kind of fall into that. We look at other people and we're like, wow, they have such an amazing life. I wish my life was that great. But even more so that we have social media at our fingertips and we can scroll And all of a sudden we find ourselves comparing ourselves, and we're like, oh my goodness, my life is nothing like hers or his. And, all of a sudden my life feels really boring. And so we kind of go into that shiny object syndrome, and we're like, I want to try what they're doing because that looks a whole lot more fun than what I'm doing right now. But here's the thing. If we continually hop from thing to thing and we keep falling into that, shiny object syndrome or comparison traps, we're not going to see progress on our goals. But having that clear why in place will keep us narrow focused, which is so important. When we want to make progress, we've got to stay focused. We have to stay away from shiny object syndrome and comparing ourselves to others. And when we stay in our lane, we put on our blinders and we keep moving forward on the path that's intended for us, even though it feels boring sometimes, we will see progress. And so knowing your why will help you in that as well. Now, 2 questions you can ask yourself. Why am I doing what I'm doing? Think about that goal that you're working towards. Why am I doing that? And then ask yourself the question, why do I want that? And then write those down, and then go back and keep asking those questions until you get to that deep why. I call it the why that makes you cry. There's like an emotional attachment there, the thing that stirs you deeply. That kind of a why is going to motivate you on those days where you don't feel like showing up. And so I want to encourage you just to do that little exercise. And I will tell you, you can uncover your why probably on your own, but it is more effective to work with somebody else. So this is one of the things that I do with my clients is I help them get really clear on their why. And so if you want some support in getting clarity on your why, then I'm going to encourage you to click on my calendar link. I leave it in the comment section below. And you can set up a free call with me, and we'll talk about how I can support you in getting clear on your why so that you can make progress on reaching your goals. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. We will talk again next week. Bye for now.